Hey, good afternoon, traders. Happy June the 1st. Just wanted to make a quick video on yesterday's trade, just based on a request that I received. So it was just a classic supply and demand trade. So first today we had a classic buy day model. I only caught this sell leg, unfortunately, just the way it worked out. Um, I tried to get in on the pullback after ADP. Uh, which I did. I got in long here, but really I was waiting for this M5 FVG to fill. So I got in for ADP afterwards, and then I realized unemployment was around the corner, so I closed it for like 5 pips. So another missed opportunity there, but I did make a note that this is like a classic buy day model. So you've got this accumulation kick down, usually into a gap or a zone or something, and then we start moving up. So whenever you see that, it's buys only, basically. That's exactly what a buy day looks like. So under no circumstances do you want to sell, like especially when it's end of the month or beginning of the month and kind of rebalancing time. So we got 30 pips out of that one. Looked like this. So it was just a kind of false breakout of a bull flag. Always looking for the fake outs for my setup into a small M5 supply. And then entered on footprint confirmation. So we saw this zero side imbalance, this 0 1 1 1. It broke down and then retested perfectly. So went in with just 3 pips stop loss, then wrote it down for, it was 10R, I think. So the next one was this buy for 75 pips yesterday. So basically this comes down to having your zones drawn correctly. So we'd had this H1 supply, which came from a break of this demand here. So I post my zones most days and try to keep them up to date. And it's very good if you do your own as well. They're really, really important as a kind of framework for where price is going. They act as magnets and also as support and resistance. So same kind of buy day template on Tuesday, just that kicked down into a zone, then up, and we broke this supply. So that means a new demand is created. So I follow the supply and demand methodology of educator called White Oak FX on YouTube, and instead of just drawing zones off of any break of structure, I wait for a break of an opposing zone, and we have to have this imbalance as well, price action imbalance, which is just a kind of impulse move, like a strong leg out. And the way you do the zone, really easy. You just look for the indecision candle, which is the origin of the leg out. Okay, so indecision candle, because that represents accumulation. If you go into 15 minutes, you can see it a bit better, or 5 minutes. You can see that there's some accumulation there. That's basically where the buyers are charging up. So in theory, there's a bunch of unfilled orders there. So we're waiting for that to retest in the morning. It comes down about 9:30. So between 9 and 9:30 in the morning, London time, really good time to get into a trade. And there was a lot of confluence with this as well. We had the round number 2350, and also it was what's called an ABCD pattern, which I don't follow much, but when they do appear on GU, they're usually pretty good. All that is it's kind of a diamond pattern. So you have a move up, which is usually quite clean, a pullback, which has to be between 62% and 79%. So that was 79. Tried to enter here, got stopped out break even, and then re-entered when I saw this break of structure. Essentially, that's a better way to do it. Rather than entering straight on the level, you wait for the break of structure, and then you have like a mini supply and demand. So that's your new demand. So you can draw these all day. Got the impulse break up, break of a supply, and then it retests. That's a great, you can just trade without order flow. But I believe we had on Bookmap as well a bunch of orders just sitting there waiting to be filled. So was able to hold this one for 75 pips, pretty good. And today or tomorrow for NFP, what I'm looking for is this high, these highs to be taken. Tuesday, 16th of May. And I think there was a high volume node around 2550-ish to 2560. So we'll be looking for somewhere in there to sell from, and then I think we'll get about a 200 pip sell after NFP. If we look at Dixie, we can see some liquidity's been taken below equal lows here, and we have the yearly open, which is a high volume node at 103.5. So I'm looking for a contact of that, and then a really strong rally for NFP to take out the highs, because ultimately on Dixie where we're going is to take out the weekly swing high. And it's not loading, whatever, but basically it's got a little bit further to go. From memory it's about 107 or 108. So look out for that short on GU tomorrow. After we probably take this high, not necessarily, but I'll be just looking for the sell in the morning and hopefully get in before NFP and see what we can do.